Hi everybody, this is Amarin Smoss, Peeriewinkle on Ravelry, and this is vlog number 2. In my vlog this week I'll be talking a bit more about the TKGA Master Knitting course, also showing you a bit more of the swatches that I made and the mitten that I've been working on. And the second part of the vlog will be about the Tour de Fleece. And I'll show you what I'll be working on and also the wheels that I will be using. So the TKGA Master Knitting course. I hope that you have been looking at the website and getting a bit more information from there. I was asked if I could show a few more of the swatches, and I'm happy to show them to you, but please don't be too critical because my blocking is, I think, not as good. But then again, you know, you start doubting everything you do when you're doing this course. So I'm just gonna quickly run you through the swatches. Not all of them, because some of them are just deviations on a theme. So basically the first one, swatch number 1, as you see, K2, P2 ribbing and garter stitch. And get the glare out. Basically you have to do the ribbing and then increase and then knit bit in garter stitch. And swatch number 2 is similar. It's basically goes K1, P1 ribbon and then stockinette. And these two have green yarn in it, and that's basically because for some of the questions you have to measure out a square in between your measuring yarn. So this is basically to indicate from which point I measured, just to answer the questions. And then 3 has moss stitch, and again also with the measuring yarn. This one does not have any ribbing. And then you get a few increase and decrease swatches using different techniques, and that's basically also to see, do you understand what they mean? For instance, do you know what a bar increase is, and difference between a bar increase and an M1 increase. And then you also have, let's see, the label's not there, lifted increase, right? Lifted increase. So that's basically 3 increases, and then you go to decreases. It's mirrored decreases and increases. So this one is the SSK K2 tog, other way around, K2 tog SSK, and then SKP KSP and SSP and P2 tog. So that's all decreases. And you do have to answer quite a lot of questions about the how these decreases and increases work together, how you can improve the look of the different ones, and what's your favorite and all that kind of stuff. So that's quite fun in a twisted kind of way. Then you get a few swatches with eyelets. So just quite simple eyelet patterns, not too difficult. Oops. And this one is also about reading a pattern, because as you can see there's some different rows in between. And then you go to cables. Starting out just with a single cross cable. Then the horseshoe swatch that I showed you last week, and the, can I read that? Just a cable swatch and pattern. This one you also have to pattern out, and there's some questions about how to line them up vertically and horizontally so that they're balanced. And then the last swatch, which I nearly forgot, is the colored swatch. I might actually knit this one again, because the more I look at it, the less satisfied I am with it. This is also with duplicate stitching, and that's one thing I haven't really been doing. And you basically really get to sort your techniques out in this course. So I was really happy last week when I finished my mitten. And I think it looks quite good as well, apart from the thumb bit, which I'm never happy about. So yeah, anyway, I was knitting it. I was quite happy with the way I'd done my edging, was quite happy with the border here, the decreases, the increases, how I had done my jogs. Sorry. Because there's jogless color change there. And then I answered the questions for the mittens, and then it turned out that even though I had my gauge right, I was supposed to knit this in a thicker yarn. So I had basically read a gauge and went like, okay, I can use this yarn, which I quite like because I had nice magenta yarn to use with the grey I had. And then it basically turned out that I should have just used the yarn that I used for my swatches. So basically I should use this yarn instead of that. And so I restarted. But I didn't restart straight away. I was smart enough to basically make a few mini swatches, because even though the cast on looks quite okay, I was not 100% happy with it. And what this course teaches you is that if you're not 100% happy with something, knit it again. So that swatch 17 will be reknit, I can promise you. So I did, hang on, this is 2, let me find 1, 3, 1. The different cast on stitches. This is a double twist loop cast on. I used the ones from the Monty Stanley book because they're basically just a whole chapter about different types of cast on. You can see it's quite nice. It has like, it becomes a bit loopy, which makes it quite loose, but it doesn't curl as much as some of the other cast on techniques. So that was a possible go-go. Then I had number 2, which was a twisted loop cast on. So just basically the cast on that I use whenever I'm knitting and I've bound off stitches and then I have to cast on stitches again, I usually use that one. But that one, it's too loose. It just does not come out nice. See, especially because this is a staggered border, you really get like holes in your edging, and I did not like that one at all. The third one was the twisted 2-strand cast on, similar to a long tail, with a bit of a twist. It's yeah, literally with a bit of a twist. That one also came out nice, so that was a good contender. And then I did number 4, a regular cable cast on. And I have no idea why I did not do that in the first place, because it is one of the cast on methods that I really like using for the bottom of sweaters, because if you have to knit all your way around sweaters and you have to measure out how much yarn you need for cast on, I always have I rarely have enough yarn, so I always run out and I have to start all over again. If you have the cable cast on, you just have your slip knot at the start and then you knit, but not knit, but then you knit in between the stitches, and that's basically the cable cast on. It gives you a quite nice edge. I don't know if you can see it, but basically I really like it. It does not curl at all. So that was one of the things I went like, yay, that's the one I'm going to use. And again, I tried that jogless fixed thing. And again, I think if you look all the way around, you'll probably be able, it's here. But that's basically because I did a very unneat duplicate stitch whenever I put everything together at the back. But that's the jogless is, I'm quite happy with that. So that's where I'm at now. So I've done my cast on and my border, and I'm now knitting. So hopefully I'll get that finished tonight. Right, and considering I've nearly chatted about 10 minutes about the TKGA, I only have a few minutes left to show you what I'll be doing during the Tour de Fleece. I'm really looking forward to it. It's starting this Saturday, and then we'll probably be in a nice apartment somewhere along the coast, somewhere where it's probably horrendously warm. Basically, I'll just first show you my wheels. I'm not going to bring both. Ta-da! The front one I'll be bringing with me on holiday. That's the Louette Victoria S95. It's a traveling wheel you can fold up, and that makes it perfect perfect to go with me on holiday. She's actually gone with me to Shetland on the plane. She did complain a bit, but you know, I looked after her really well and gave her lots of cuddles and a bit more oil and stuff, and she's fine after that. The one next to it, that's the Bliss from a company called Woolmakers, and it's, as you can see, they're quite similar in style. And it's also is used with 2 feet, but it's just one treadle, so you put both feet on it. It's my go-to wheel whenever I'm at home. I just love that wheel. It's also the bobbins between the Bliss and the Victoria are interchangeable, so I have about 50 gazillion bobbins to use, which is great. So I never run out. I can just dip into my bag and that's it, you know, sorted. I'll show you just a bit of the material that I'll be spinning up. First of all, I've been playing around with I've got everything at hand today, with my blending board. They're called wool and woodwork at the moment, I think. They changed from woolness. It's a lovely blending board that they made, which I use to make roulacs, like these. I've got 4 of them, so a nice nice armful of roulacs with all like whites and purples and pinks. And it's got nylon in it and some superwash merino and blue-faced Leicester. About 140 grams, so that will definitely be enough to spin up some nice stockings. We'll see how that works. Then I've got some World of Wool goodies that I bought last year and that I really should spin up. So it's this one and a nice blingy one. It's sort of green with bling. Fits my sweater really nicely, I find. And I've also got some wool that I bought at the Landelijke Spindag, which is every October in Mennorode. It's again this year. It's basically organized by the Landelijke Spingroep, and there's about 200 spinners attending, and it's always great bundle of laugh. So this is the warm color that we were gifted, along with, this is winter, with the 3 other seasons. And I bought some extra, so I still have to spin that up. And I also have from the same year, I have some summer, which has linen in it, and it's grey and white, so that should also come out really nicely. And then from last year, when we were given a pack with cool and warm colors, all mixes, I bought some extra cool mix with the turquoise, and so I'll be spinning that up. And then I've got a little bit more of just little bags of stuff to spin up on my spindles, which I have a plenty. These will be going along with me on holiday with small bags of yarn that I'll be spinning up whenever I'm on the beach. And I'll, you know, my family always goes like, why are you taking spindles on the beach? And it's like, because I like spindling on the beach. It's just fun. It takes really good photographs as well for your blog, so I'd do that if I were you. Okay, so that's basically all that I have to show you. I hope I'm not too fuzzy. It's just gone totally dark outside. There's a massive thunderstorm on its way, I think, and it's affected the light quality here a bit as well. But right, if you have any questions, just ask them, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!